The substitute teacher locked the classroom door, looked straight at me and said, "Everyone whose mom picked them up safe last night can go wait by the buses." I started to stand because my mom had tucked me in 8 hours ago, and she put her hand flat on my desk and pushed me back down into my seat. I thought it was one of those dumb end-of-day games teachers play. She kept calling out categories. Everyone wearing blue can line up. Everyone with a pet at home. But every single time, her eyes slid over to me, checking whether I'd move. Everyone who had breakfast with both parents this morning. I'd eaten cereal with my mom an hour before the bus. But the second I shifted to stand, that hand came back down on my desk. The room emptied kid by kid until it was only me at my table, my backpack still zipped, the clock ticking too loud. "Mr. Alvarez," I started, then remembered the sub's name tag said Ms. Keene. "Can I please go? My ride's waiting." She didn't answer. She just gave me this stretched, wrong-looking smile and pulled out her phone. I heard her murmur into it. "Low, yeah, he's the last one. Pull around to the back door. I'll keep him calm." My stomach dropped through the floor. Calm. Why would I need to be kept calm? I bolted for the door. I almost reached the handle, but it swung open from the other side first, and I stumbled backward. "Please," I blurted. "My teacher's trying to—" And then I saw who'd opened it, and the words turned to ash in my mouth. My stepdad, Greer, who'd packed his bags and left after the custody fight 4 months ago, who there was a court order keeping away from me and my little sister. He didn't look at me like family. He looked at me like a delivery. "Right on time," he said to Ms. Keene, and slid his arm around her shoulders. "Greer," my voice cracked. "You're not allowed near me. There's a—" He grabbed my wrist, hard enough to bruise. I opened my mouth to scream, and his other hand clamped over it. "Your sister's already in the truck," he said against my ear. "Behave, and you'll get to see her." My sister. Sasha was supposed to be at her elementary across town. The thought that he already had her made my legs go weak. If he had her, I couldn't run. He walked me out the back door to a pickup idling by the dumpsters, and I let him, praying I'd see her face through the glass. He didn't open the cab. He dropped the tailgate, and there was a camper shell over the bed, and inside it, Sasha was curled up, wrists bound, tape over her mouth, her eyes huge and streaming. He shoved me in next to her and slammed the hatch. I heard the lock catch. I tore the tape off her mouth, and she gasped, sobbing. He took me from the crossing guard line. The teacher's been helping him. She's his girlfriend. That's why Ms. Keene had stared at me all day. Why she'd known my name without checking the roster. Why she'd kept me back. She'd been waiting for me. The truck pulled onto what felt like a highway, fast. Sasha was hyperventilating. "What do we do? What do we do?" And then I remembered. A safety video we'd watched in health class. A guy explaining that you can kick out a taillight from inside and wave your hand through the hole. I crawled to the back corner, braced against Sasha, and drove my heel into the light housing again and again until the red plastic cracked and popped out into the wind. I jammed my arm through the gap and waved, screaming even though no one could hear me. The car behind us flashed its headlights. Then it dropped back, and I saw the driver lift a phone to her ear. Greer must have caught the broken light in his mirror because he swerved and braked hard, but by then, there were sirens. Faint, then loud, then everywhere. He tried to run on foot when the troopers boxed the truck in on the shoulder. They found Ms. Keene in the cab with a bag packed and 2 bus tickets to the border. The trafficking ring the 2 of them were feeding kids into got rolled up within the month. Sasha and I sat wrapped in the same scratchy trooper's blanket while our mom's car came screaming across the gravel. Both of us alive, both of us shaking. Greer got 35 years. Ms. Keene got 28. I never trusted a substitute again, but I'm here to be suspicious, and so is my sister.